Hello boys and girls, this is Mr. Garfolo, your PE teacher, alongside Mr. Lochner, your other PE teacher, and we made a video to show you how to play a game called Beanbag Toss. Now, if you can count the number of hoops with me, you'll see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoops. Mr. Lochner and I are standing behind a line, and we're going to be tossing 3 beanbags each into any of the hoops. The hoop that is closest to us is worth 10 points. The next hoop is worth 20 points. The third hoop worth 30 points. The fourth hoop worth 40 points. And the fifth hoop is worth 50 points. Now each of us has 3 beanbags. So we get 3 chances to try and get as many points as we can. Now you'll notice that we don't always just go for the furthest hoop, because if one player misses, all you need to do is put it in the closest hoop and you're already scored more points than them. So let's see what happens here. Mr. Lochner's going first, and he throws it into the 4th hoop, so that is worth 40 points. Now it's Mr. Garfolo's turn, and I throw it into the 5th hoop, so that's worth 50 points. So right now, I am winning 50 to 40. Mr. Lochner gets his second, and he scores again in the 40 points. So now Mr. Lochner has 2 beanbags in the 40-point hoop. So 40 plus 40 is 80 points. It's my second turn. Let's see. Okay, so I got it into the 3rd hoop. Now you'll notice I didn't have to go for the furthest hoop again, because I had 50 points already. And by throwing it into the 3rd hoop, I now have 30 points plus 50 points, 80 points. So Mr. Lochner and I are actually tied. I have 80 points and Mr. Lochner also has 80 points. Mr. Lochner's 3rd and final throw, he gets it into the 50-point hoop. So now Mr. Lochner has 1 in the 50-point hoop and 2 in the 40-point hoop. So 50 plus 40 plus 40 is 130 points. Now I have 80 points. Let's see what I go for here. I'm calculating it. What do I need? I need to go for 50 if I want to tie him. So let's see. Yep. I get it in the 50, so I have 2 in the 50 and 1 in the 30, so 50 plus 50 plus 30 is 130. So we'll take a closer look at this, but for this round, we've actually tied each other. So Mr. Lochner's going to draw it out for you. You can see here, I've got 1 in the 30 and 2 in the 50, and Mr. Lochner has 2 in the 40 and 1 in the 50, and he's drawing it here. This is Mr. Lochner's 3 blue beanbags, 1 in the 50 and 2 in the 40. So he's going to add them up for you. He's got 50 plus 40 plus 40 equals 130 points. So Mr. Lochner has 130 points on this round. Now we're going to add up my points. I scored 2 beanbags in the 50-point hoop and 1 in the 30-point hoop. So Mr. Lochner is going to add up 50 plus 50 plus 30 is 130. So actually, we tied this round. So there was no winner for this round. So we're going to go back and play again. And you can play as many rounds as you wish. You can play a best of 7, so you can play the first person to win 4 games. Or you can play 10 rounds and keep adding up your points. But this is a great game for practicing your underhand throw, but also your math skills. So try it out.